sa bando, please lead the prayer. So before you sit down, please pick up some trash or piece of trash under your seats and arrange your chairs. Alright, if you're done, take your seats everyone. And I'll pass the floor to Mr. Ricky.
So good afternoon, class. Again, medyo mahina. Good afternoon. That's more like it. So today, we're going to talk about, or discuss about categories of exceptionalities. But before that, let's read the objectives first, okay? Can you please read?
At the end of the lesson, the learners will be able to define
Again.
Anong ba? Okay, again, please read.
At the end of the lesson, the learners will be able to define exceptionalities in the context of inclusive education, identify the major categories of exceptionalities, classify given examples under the correct category of exceptionalities.
So our learning objectives is to identify, define, and classify the given examples of categories of exceptionalities, and later on we'll be talking about that. But before that, let's have a game first. Guess that word. So whoever wants to guess that word, then please raise your hand. So to avoid, to interfere others while talking. Okay, next. First word.
Learning.
Raise your
Learning.
Okay, learning. Correct. Very good, Miss Traya. Sorry. Okay, next. Yes, Miss?
Behavior, sir.
Correct. Behavior. What about next? Okay, it's a little bit hard, so I'll give you a clue. It starts with letter G. Correct, Miss Pabera. Okay, thank you, Miss Pabera. Next. Miss Traya again. Correct. You're cheating, huh? You're looking at the monitor. Okay, next. Yes. Correct, Miss Abdullah. Yes. Correct. And the last one, it's a two-word. Start with letter E, and the second is letter L. First word starts with letter E.
Okay, kaya na natin sa kanya.
Any hands? Anyone? Except for Miss Traya. Anyone? Yes, Miss? Exceptional learners, correct. Thank you, Miss Matilia. Okay, so those words will be associated with our topic for today about the categories of exceptionalities. But question, do all learners learn the same way? Why or why not? Anyone would like to answer? Okay, since not, I will be calling someone. Miss Tigaline? Any thoughts about the question? Do all learners learn the same way? Why or why not? Please stand.
For me, no.
Why?
Because some people don't really understand. They have different strategies when it comes to learning. Some students learn through visual, and some learners learn through their own.
Okay, correct, Miss Tigaline. Yes, not all learn in the same way. Okay, clap your hands, clap. Okay, so not all learners learn the same way because remember, class, teaching is not a one size fits all. Okay, not everyone learn in the same pace, and not every student learn the same strategies or style. It is just us, future educators or teachers, on how we strategize and facilitate our learners for them to learn. Next. Okay, so as I mentioned, we'll talk about categories of exceptionalities. Okay, what is categories of exceptionalities? Please have a read.
Learners who are different from normal or average learners, needing special needs such as related to cognitive abilities, behavior, social functioning, physical and sensory impairments, emotional disturbances, and giftedness.
So categories of exceptionalities are those learners who have special needs or not normal or average learners. Those students need assessment for them to learn. Now the first one is the learning disabilities. Please read.
Difficulties in acquiring and using listening, speaking, reading, writing, reasoning, or mathematical abilities.
So learning disability is a neurological condition that affects how the brain processes information, making it hard for them to learn and use certain skills like reading, writing, or organization. So learning disability is a disability that hinders a pupil to acquire knowledge through learning. And one of those examples are dyslexia, dysgraphia, and dyscalculia. When we say dyslexia, it is difficulty in reading. As far as I know, yes. Okay, where are we going? Dyslexia, okay. So as far as I know from my research is that people that have dyslexia or people living with dyslexia, they have difficulty in seeing letters or words because in their sight, letters are rumbled, right? And then in dysgraphia, they have difficulty in writing. Well, dyslexia is reading, hard for them to decode words. It's hard for them to comprehend in terms of reading comprehension. Dysgraphia, or it has difficulty in arranging sentence or spelling. And sometimes, guys, in class, dyslexia and dysgraphia are intertwined most of the time because if you have difficulty in reading, most of the time you have difficulty in writing. And dyscalculia is difficulty in math. But I'm not saying that if you cannot answer math, you have dyscalculia. Because take note, guys, dyscalculia or difficulty in math is difficulty in understanding numbers, trouble with counting, confusion with symbols. And I do hope and know that you guys know how to read or count numbers, right?
Yes.
Again, right?
Right.
Okay, so people that have these conditions are called learning disabilities. Did you guys understand about learning disability?
Yes, sir.
Okay, since not, let's proceed next. Next is the communication disability. Please read.
Interfere with students' abilities to receive and understand information from others and to express their own ideas or questions.
Okay, so communication disability is a condition that affects a person's ability to send, receive, or process language. So it's hard for them to communicate since their communication skills is affected. Example of those people that has communication disabilities is a person living with autism, deaf, or mute. But most of the time, if a person is mute, most of the time is they are disabled in hearing because how can they create sound if they cannot hear? Okay? So most of the time, if they are mute, they are also deaf. Okay? But I'm not generalizing, most of the time. Okay? So a person that has this communication disability have difficulties in maintaining conversations, understanding nonverbal cues. So it is hard for them to communicate since they can hardly create or construct or receive messages. So now, how do we assess those people that has communication disabilities? We can assess them through visual aids. Oh, I thought you're raising your hand. Okay, again, we can assess them by visual aids, using symbols and photographs, or even combining sign language, gestures, body language, and stage to ensure message is received. So, I think if the case of a person that has hearing impairment is not that too severe, they can acquire that hearing aid, right? If I'm not mistaken, but most of the time, if it's really If it's really inborn, it's hard for them to acquire the hearing aid. Right? So that is how we assess people that has communication disabilities. Any questions about communication disabilities? None so far. Next, we have the intellectual disabilities. Please read, everyone.
Limitations in intellectual functioning and problems, as indicated by difficulties in learning and problems with adaptive skills, communication, self-care, and social interaction.
So, intellectual disability is the limitation in intellectual function like learning and reasoning. Most of the time, they originate before the age of 18. So, a person that has intellectual disability can be identified before the age of 18. And one of the examples that has this intellectual disabilities is a person living with Down syndrome. Since these people, it's hard for them to solve problem-solving tasks, learn, and also they learn at a slower pace. So most of the time, guys, they are childish, okay? Their age does not accord to their specific need to express their behavior. For example, they're already old, but their actions or behaviors is not, what do you call this? Aligned with their age. Okay? Understood what is intellectual disability? Now, how do we assist them to learn? We can assist them by concrete examples, hands-on experience, and repetition. When we say repetition, that is we teach them in a multiple times. Because since they have intellectual disabilities, it is hard for them to acquire knowledge and to maintain conversation. Now, do you have any questions about intellectual disabilities? None so far, since not. Now, what is the difference between learning disability and intellectual disability? Take note, guys, that intellectual disability, most of them their IQ is below 70. Okay? Below 70 are the IQ of those people that have intellectual disabilities. And also, they are hard for them to process adaptive functioning. When we say adaptive functioning, it is a skill, a daily life skill like hygiene and socializing. So it's hard for them to like take a bath, brush your teeth. So most of the time, we need to assist them, right? Since they are their mind is not fully developed and since they have some IQ. Okay? Understood? While learning disability is specific challenges only in academic area. Okay, those people that is, we call this late bloomer, like those people that cannot learn the same as an average learner. Okay, so those are the difference between intellectual disability and learning disability. Did you guys understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm not sure with your again. Do you guys understand?
Yes, sir.
Since you guys understand, who's next? Okay, behavior disorder. Okay, behavior disorder is a display of serious and persistent age and appropriate behaviors that result in social conflict, personal unhappiness, and soul failure. As I said earlier, a behavior disorder is a disorder that your age is not appropriate or aligned to your behavior that you're showing. So those people are called behavior. That disorder is called behavior disorder. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, next. Yes. This time.
Consider ba nga behavioral disorder ang kanang na mentioning mo ganun na mga they don't really take care of themselves.
Yes.
Personal
I think that's Down syndrome, right?
No. But just like the personal hygiene, they don't really care about their
I think that is not hard behavior. It is your choice because you're taking care of yourself. Since you're already matured, you're in a legal age. It's your responsibility to take care of your health. We say behavior disorders are it's already inborn or sometimes actually most of the time there are behavior disorders are acquired through the process like trauma. Because of trauma, they acquire some behavior disorders like that. especially when you are socialized in a place that is not really good for you. Okay, any questions?
No, sir.
None? Okay, next. Exceptional learners, please read.
Learners who are different from normal or average learners, needing special needs such as related to cognitive abilities, behavior, social functioning, physical and sensory impairments, emotional disturbances, and weakness.
Okay, do not be confused, guys. Exceptional learners are those learners that have intellectual disabilities, communication disabilities, and learning disabilities. So those people that has those disabilities are called exceptional learners. Okay, let's have a recap first. What are the 3 types of disabilities?
Learning disabilities, educational disabilities, and
Okay, so those people are called exceptional learners. I think that's it for my discussion for today. Now I will give the next topic to your next teacher from Miss Sala. Thank you guys. Keep in mind. Sorry. I have another one pa pala. Okay, lastly, keep in mind, please read.
labeling is an important issue with respect to learners with exceptionalities. When students are identified with exceptionalities, stereotyping becomes easy, such as the deaf student.
Okay, keep in mind, guys, that if you encounter those people that has disabilities, you need to be very sensitive, okay? Especially in stereotyping. When we say stereotyping, it is assumption or assuming someone based on their background, especially with one of the examples is deaf. One of the stereotypes that the deaf people encounter is they cannot drive, they can read lips perfectly, or less intelligent. Okay? We cannot just stereotype those words to them. Just because they are deaf, you expect them to not drive. Take note, guys, that driving does not, it partly requires hearing, especially when you hear cars honking on you, right? But most of the time, when we drive, it requires
Visual.
eyesight, seeing, viewing, right? It requires viewing when we are driving. And especially, just because we encounter people that are deaf, we expect them to read their lips perfectly. It's not like that because most of the time, not most of the time, majority of the deaf community communicate through sign language, not reading through lips, right? Sign language or finger spelling, based on the previous discussion. And lastly, just because they're deaf, they're less intelligent. Guys, intelligence is not measured through your how you communicate or how you use your, like, it's not communication is not just limited, guys, in verbal. You can communicate to someone through another like nonverbal cues or figure spelling and sign language. So again, keep in mind, be sensitive to those people because they did not choose
Tindog.
to have those disabilities. Okay?
Jasmine.
You guys understand?
Yes, sir.
This is surely the end of my discussion. Thank you so much.
Alright, good afternoon
Jasmine.
once again, class. So, my part, I will discuss the other categories of exceptionalities. So, please. So, to continue, we have the mental retardation. So, everybody, read.
An individual with mental retardation exhibits substantial limitations in their present functioning, such as lower intellectual performance or difficulty in adapting to daily life.
Paisa
So,
mo
mental
pag
retardation is also considered as intellectual disability. This refers to a learner who have below average intellectual functioning and everyday skills like communication, self-care, and problem solving. So, for example, let's say a grade 5 student maybe still struggle to read simple words and follow multi-steps instructions. So as a future educator, what are the ways that we could possibly use to help those students who's suffering or experiencing in intellectual disability or mental retardation? Anyone? Wala. So, Miss Ventura, can you help? Can you provide one way to help our student or your future student to surpass the mental retardation?